Hey guys, this is the Great Lugia here. Welcome to Pokemon Silver version to go through part 21. And I just went ahead and healed off screen, seeing as the Pokemon Center in Ecruteak is nearby. So yeah, this is going to be Tauros' first battle where we don't use the bait and switch on it. Hooray! So yeah, here's a bird keeper. All he has are 3 Doduos. One's level 15, second's level 16, third's level 17, quite simple. And Tauros does quite a lot with Horn Attack because Tauros is awesome, but unfortunately it barely survives. Just gonna go for Tackle now, and that should be a fair bit of experience. Yep, very nice, and yeah, next Pokemon, it should level up after killing. Horn Attack, and again, it should probably, like, barely survive, and yes, it does. And it's going for Fury Attack. Watch it hit 5 times and get a crit one of those times. Just to waste everyone's time. Alright then, never mind, it only hits twice. And I do feel a bit risky using Tackle all the time to finish it off. Because, well, you know, Tackle only has 95 accuracy. Granted, I won't have to worry about that much longer, considering I'll be getting a move to replace Tackle soon. Anyways, Horn attacking this Doduo, and again, to a KO. And it just goes for Peck, and I'm gonna Tackle again, and... or not, I'll just Horn attack, because I don't want to risk Tackle missing. I recorded this a day or two ago, so that's why I forgot. And now that I think about it, that's the first bird keeper we've seen in, like, a long, long time. Yeah, actually, I think it's the first since, like... the Route Below National Park. I think that's Route 35. Yeah, 35. And, of course, the first tile, I ran into a wild Pokemon. But what's this? It's Snubbull! It's like, what the hell? Because normally I remembered while recording this that Snubbull are, whatchamacallit, swarming Pokemon. So I go for Horn Attack and... I'm expecting to KO, but then I'm like, oh yeah, it's Swarm, so I'm like, I might as well catch it, seeing as it's, like, in the red. So I throw a Great Ball. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's only, like, a 1% chance or less of finding, like, a Snubbull here without, like, the whole swarming thing going on. And how is that a fairy Pokemon? I don't want to know. So yeah, I'm just going up here, and, of course, now last tile, another wild Pokemon. This time is a Tauros. And, of course, when I was off-screen, it took me forever to find a Tauros, and now that I don't want one, they're appearing. And I go through here, but then I remember about, like, you can talk to this guy and get his number. And basically, he'll tell you about, the swarming. I'm just gonna call him for the sake of, like, completion and whatever. Even though I already have a Snubbull. Also, one thing I forgot to say last episode is that Picnicker with the Fluffy and Psyduck, if you talk to her in Crystal and, like, give her your phone number, I think she'll eventually call and give you a Thunderstone. And anyways, here's another trainer. This one's just a Psychic. All he has are 2 Slowpokes. First one's level 17. And hopefully Horn Attack will be a 2 KO. Nice, a very solid 2 KO. But it turns out it's just a crit. Great. So now I'm, like, worried it'll, like, barely survive, but thankfully it doesn't and just goes ahead and dies, like a very nice Slowpoke would. And now I'm gonna, leave in Tauros and then do bait and switch. And I definitely need to switch out, because it was a 3 KO against a level 17 Tauros. And not level 17 Tauros, a level 17 Slowpoke. And this is a level 20 Slowpoke that knows Curse. So yeah, I need to switch out, obviously. She's gonna go into Flaffy and Thunder Punch it. And it's a 1 KO, and this is a very nice Slowpoke too, because it dies when you want it to. More Pokemon should die when you want them to. That would make things so much simpler. Anyways, that guy was defeated. Now I'm just gonna get buried here, and if you go in those houses and, like, give the Miltank enough Oron berries, it'll... not Oron berries, regular berries, it'll feel better. And then you can buy milk. I think they restore 100 HP, and for some reason I keep, like, not, whatchamacallit, moving, like I keep stopping and starting again. And I think the reason is I'm wondering if there's a trainer like directly below me, but thankfully there's not. And yeah, here's one trainer, and he is a Poke Fan, I think they're called here. I can't quite recall. Yeah, Poke Fan. And his only Pokemon's a level 17 Pikachu. I almost said Pichu there. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use Horn Attack, and it should be a 2-hit KO. Or a 1-hit KO, very nice. Looks like this episode there's a lot of things that die when you want them to. The only one that didn't was Snubble, but seeing as it's a swarming Pokemon, I went ahead and caught it. Alright then, here is a second trainer, and this is another Poke Fan, except she's female. And she has one Pokemon too, and another level 17 Pikachu. They're right next to each other. Anyways, Tauros, use Horn Attack. And 1-hit KO! So yeah, Tauros gains some experience, gets closer to leveling up. And I believe there's one last trainer. I check here because I remember there being someone in Crystal who was on that patch of grass. Wasn't sure if it was also in Gold and Silver. Apparently it was just Crystal. And here is the final trainer on this route. He's a sailor, I think they're called. Yeah, they're definitely sailors. And he has 3 Pokemon. His first is a Poliwhirl at level 17. And hopefully this will be a 2 KO with Horn Attack, and hopefully these Poliwhirl don't have Hypnosis. Okay, that was a crit, and it barely survives. So, in that case, it didn't die when I wanted it to, but I still got a crit. So, I can say it's evened out. And all it does is bubble, so it doesn't matter at all. And Tauros levels up to level 17 now, very nice. His next Pokemon is a Raticate. Hopefully this one will be less annoying than that one last episode that kept using Quick Attack when I was just trying to get away from it. Alright, Horn Attack is a very solid 2-hit KO, and it goes for Hyper Fang, which does, so-so amount. Granted, Tauros is getting a bit low on HP now, and Tauros gains some experience, and his last Pokemon is a Krabby. So, yeah, I'm just going to use Horn Attack, and I thought for sure, I think both when I was recording this and when I was narrating this, that he had 2 Poliwhirl and Eradicate in between. Apparently, though, he has a Poliwhirl, whatchamacallit. I already forgot the last Pokemon he used. Eradicate and a Krabby. Anyways, I use a potion there because I know it would probably KO, and I want Tauros to get all the experience from this. So yeah, Horn Attack, and again, barely survives, but this turn all it does is bubble, thankfully. And it does 3 HP, so not really a threat at all, aside from the fact that I had to use a potion because Tauros was low on HP. And of course, Tauros just barely doesn't level up. And what did he just say when he lost? He was like, "Ah!" Really weird. Alright, so we are now in Olivine City, and what's this? Oh my god, it's Mike! And apparently he's not gonna battle us this time, and he talks about, the sick Pokemon, Ampharos, and... Wait, what? Okay, that's just wrong. Coaster, if you're watching this, I think Mike just said that the Ampharos in the lighthouse, aka Amphi, should go die. Granted, I don't even know if you watch my videos, but if you do and you did hear about this, are you just gonna take that sitting down? Anyways, right now I'm looking for, like, a certain person, because I know in one of these houses there's a guy who gives you the old rod. I thought it was one of the 2 houses up there. I talked to that guy over there because, like, he looked like the kind of fisherman who gives you a rod. And there I just talked to a random person, and he actually mentions how people would send little kids to the Whirl Islands for punishment. What the hell? I mean, they send little kids to this treacherous dungeon of no return where it's completely dark because they, like, stole from the cookie jar or something. Yeah. Great parenting skills, people in Nintendo games. Anyways, there's the guy who gives you the good rod. And you can get stuff now like Chinchou, Staryu, Krabby, and such. And you're going to want to go in here and talk to this guy because he will give you HM4, which is Strength, which you will need later on in the game. I'm going to go ahead and teach it to Tauros. It does, I think, slightly more than what was it? And that was me snapping my fingers, in case you're wondering. It does slightly more than, Headbutt does, although it doesn't flinch. I do believe it may be slightly more accurate. I forget if Headbutt has perfect accuracy or not. Anyways, I'm just gonna replace Tackle with Strength. And Strength actually is a decent HM in-game. Competitively, not so much, but in-game, it's actually pretty good. And I'm just moving around here, and now I'm going to go in here. Alright, guys, I will see you next week, or week, when I guess we continue exploring Olivine City, maybe the lighthouse and such. Alright then, guys. Goodbye!